Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing another read aloud on Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Booger Boy, Part 2, The Revenge of the Ridiculous Robot Boogers. So, before we get started, make sure you smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Check out my Instagram, MarkBrandTV, no capital letters, no spaces, and let's get right into it. Alright, Chapter 8. Meanwhile, back in outer space, a team of scientists working at the Peculiar Order of Professional Space and Interplanetary Explorers, Poopsie, were on their way to investigate the planet Uranus when they came across something that was very strange. Major Buzz Tomsky and his crew had just discovered a bizarre cluster of what appeared to be the robots and toilets resting on the planet's surface. The astronauts were so busy looking at the monitor that they didn't notice the three slimy, squishy, boogery thingies speeding toward their spaceship. Splat, smack, splot. Chapter 9. Ground Control to Major Tomsky. Suddenly, a very concerned voice came across the Poopsie space phone. "What's going on up here, bub?" asked Ground Control. We're okay," said Major Tomsky as he unzipped the cockpit's window screen for a better look. "But it appears our ship has just been splattered by three unidentified squishy objects." "That does it," said Ground Control. "This mission is just getting too strange. I want you guys to turn that ship around and come on back home." "Will do," said Major Tomsky. He pushed in the clutch, made a U-turn, and in no time at all, the Poopsie shuttle was headed back to Earth. With three giggling stowaways hanging on for the long ride home. Chapter 10. Mean Mr. Melvin. The next day, Mr. Melvin was putting the finishing touches on his time machine when he heard cries of laughter out in the hallway. Purple Potty Co. He opened the library door and saw a group of third graders happily reading George and Harold's newest comic book. Mr. Melvin stomped down the hall, grabbed the comic out of their hands, and gasped in horror. "What the?" he screamed as he glared at the comic book's cover. Chapter 11. Captain Underpants and the War of the Willy Wonder Nerd. Doy. Duh. By George Beard and Harold Hutchins. Captain Underpants and the War of the Willy Wonder Nerd. A gripping tale of action and horror, by George Beard and Harold Hutchins. Once upon a time, there was a nuclear power plant. It had lots of waste. Nuclear waste removal. The waste was supposed to be taken to a dump, but one barrel fell off. The barrel rolled down a hill and landed in a cotton field. Gluck, gluck, gluck. Soon the cotton soaked up the nuclear waste and began to grow. Then one time the cotton got harvested. "This cotton ball sure is heavy." "Yeah, it's big too." And they took it to the underwear factory. Bub's Underwear Factory. Tim's Cotton. The cotton got made into underwear. "Hey, it's glowing." Soon, "Look, Melvin, there's a sale on glow-in-the-dark underwear." "Duh, me want some, Mommy, duh." Soon Melvin had his very own pair. "Now you're the coolest kid ever." "Duh, I sure am." But that night, the radioactive underwear made him grow. I love unicorns. Dollies are cool. And grow. And grow. Melvin's house. Crash! The next morning, Melvin woke up. Yawn. So he walked to school. "Duh, I'm grumpy." Boom, boom. "Sir, a giant nerd is attacking the city. Call the army and stuff." Soon the army and stuff arrived. Then there was a big war. I'm telling. Wonder Nerd picked up a tank and threw it. Oof. Meanwhile, at the nearby school, you guys are pathetic. The world's and weak. Crash! Help! Wonder Nerd just threw a tank and squished somebody. Oh no, who was it? The gym teacher. Thank goodness. I thought it was somebody important. This looks like a job for Captain Underpants. Zoom. Hey, Wonder Nerd, quit it. I'm not a nerd. I'm cool. My mommy said so. Captain Underpants flew around and saw a tag on Wonder Nerd's undies. Warning. This underpants may shrink when washed. Aha, I got you. Okay, do whatever you want, but please don't dunk me in the lake. Huh? You can kill me, but please don't dunk me in the lake. I pray it. Oh yeah? Well, maybe I will dunk you in the lake. Oh heavens, no. I'll show you. No way. The lake. Ha ha ha, get ready. Aw man. Hey, what the? Ah! My underpanties got wet. It's shrinking. Here, birdie, birdie. Hooray for Captain Underpants. Wow. It's time. It's off to nerd jail for you. Tra-la-la. Jail for dumb, stupid nerds. The end. Moral. Always buy pre-shrunk underwears. Treehouse Comics, Inc. Chapter 12. Mad Mr. Melvin. Melvin was furious. He marched into the office and turned on the school intercom. George Beard and Harold Hutchins, he shouted over the loudspeakers. Meet Mr. Mr. Krupp in the school library right now. We have a library, said George. After about 20 minutes of searching, George and Harold finally came across a room they had never seen before. They entered cautiously, stepping quietly past rows and rows of empty bookshelves until they met up with Mr. Melvin. I told you guys to give me a cool name and not to make me look stupid, Mr. Melvin screamed, clutching their comic book in his sweaty hand. Oops, said George. I thought you said to give you a stupid name and not to make you look cool. Yeah, said Harold. It was an honest misunderstanding. Mr. Melvin threw the comic book to the ground, then led George and Harold over to the purple potty. Remember, when I had that great idea to build a time machine? Asked Mr. Melvin. Actually, said George, it was my... Well, here it is, Mr. Melvin interrupted triumphantly. And you two smarty pantses are going to test it out for me. Huh? Said Harold. I'm sending you kids back in time to the day before yesterday, Mr. Melvin said. And you better not return until you've got my Combinatron 2000. Cool, said George. I've always wanted to travel through time. Mr. Melvin had a great deal of instructions for George and Harold before they left on their journey. And though the instructions were quite boring, it would have benefited the boys if they had paid attention instead of switching the letters around on a nearby bulletin board. Mr. Melvin spoke at length about the workings of the time machine and proper etiquette of time travel. You must be very careful that nobody sees you on your journey, Mr. Melvin said. If they do, just zap them with my new invention. They forget to call it 2000. This will erase everything in their short-term memory and they won't remember ever seeing you. Mr. Melvin had also built a fake Combinatron 2000 to switch with the real one. Finally, Mr. Melvin gave George and Harold a very important warning. Whatever you do, it is very important that you don't use the time machine 2 days in a row. It needs to cool off every other day, or else it might open up a poso-dimensional reality rift that can destroy the entire planet. Check out our school's big internet website at www.jes.com. George and Harold started laughing at their new pet message on the bulletin board. "Hey," Mr. Melvin shouted. "Have you kids even heard one word I've said?" Yeah, said George. "We gotta switch the thing with the thingy. And if anybody sees us," said Harold, "we'll zap him with a witch jiggy." "Don't worry, we've got it," said George. George and Harold stepped into the purple potty as Mr. Melvin closed the door behind them. Harold set the controller for the day before yesterday. Then George pulled the chain. Suddenly there was a brilliant flash of green light and the purple potty disappeared. Chapter 13, The Day Before Yesterday. And we will stop here for now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Check out my Instagram, WorkBrand TV, no capital letters, no spaces. And I'll see you next time. Bye.